Hi, this is MrOzAtheist, and this is me having a look back at my week on Twitter. It all started with Cosmos. It was all over my timeline, both in the lead up and while it was airing in the US. So much support for it on my timeline, and everyone seemed to really love it. There were some issues that came out of it. Christianity wasn't shown in a good light, and there was quite a few tweets about that. Here's one from Brett Stanko. Cosmos is just another way for Seth MacFarlane to shove his atheist views down our throats. Time for a new game, Seth. This one has gotten boring. To which I replied, it's called an education. There was no talk of atheism. There was no shoving of atheism down anyone's throat. I think that people have an issue when science disagrees with their religion, and they think that it must be the fault of the science, and they think that their religion is perfect. So I've said, if you think a program about cosmology is an attack on your religion, perhaps it's time to question your religion. And I think that's what people need to think of a bit more often than they do at the moment. This girl here, I understand, is a recording artist called CL, and she's had a song called MTBD, which is Mental Breakdown. And the story is that in the background of this song, there's someone reading the Quran, and our Muslim friends obviously weren't happy with that, and so they have decided that this song needs to be censored. So it'll be no surprise that I wasn't a fan of this censorship. I've written a blog about censorship based on the religious beliefs, and I've got the 3 tweets there written from the bottom up. If the lyrics of a song offend you, don't buy the song. You don't have the right to tell people what they can and can't sing about. Got a bit feisty when I said take your demands for censorship based on your religious beliefs and shove them fair and square up your asses. And then the last one there should be anyone should be allowed to release a song called Muhammad uses pages of the Quran to wipe Jesus's jizz off his face if they want to. Not recommending it, not saying that I would do that myself. I would probably buy the song just to support the ideal, if not the musicianship. But I just want people to realize that just because they think something's sacred doesn't mean that other people cannot sing about that topic. This tweet here: I love, I hope, I dream, I admire, I aspire, I have purpose, I enjoy, I grieve, I value, I commiserate, I celebrate. That's just me trying to be positive and trying to let people know that atheists aren't just shells that of humans that, you know, don't have feelings and things inside. It's one of the things that comes up quite a bit, and it does bug me that the Christians can't realize and other theists can't realize that we are just normal people. We just don't believe in gods. And this reply here from JR: for what is any of that good or right? What value does any of that have? And I've said to him there, it saddens me terribly that he have to ask that. I go and looked at, he had a look at his bio, and as I suspected, he says he's a Christian, and it's just that attitude. They think that this life only has purpose if there's another one, and as all of us atheists know, they are just completely wrong, and we can give our lives the value that we wish. I've got ARC 1288 here. I'm not saying that women shouldn't be educated, by the way, saying higher education lowers their value, and there's no prohibition on women getting a PhD. It just decreases her mating value. So he's just saying there that, you know, the value of a woman is only whether or not she can produce babies for him, I assume. And, you know, even though he's not totally against education, that somehow getting a higher education in a woman lowers her value. And it's just one of the things that religion teaches people, and it's just a sad thing, a sad way to think. And I hope he one day grows out of that. This tweet: atheists have no brains. This kind of thing comes up now and then. I can't think that the people saying it too often are being serious. Did wonder if this was, you know, a case of the troll under the bridge having a bit of a crack. And then I found this in my mentions a couple of days later, retweeting my shit. So all your atheist followers attack me. Lol, you think you're slick. I didn't remember who this girl was at that stage. So I told her I've got no idea who she was, and she said, you're the one who retweeted this tweet and got all these people to attack me, and like she was some kind of runaway slave. To which my friend Jen McBee chipped in and said, did you really just compare tweets to a lynch mob? Very strange. I don't know what this sugar her deal is, but just one of the crazies that we deal with on Twitter, and I thought I'd chuck her in here because she gave me a bit of a laugh. Okay, blogs. Blogs are one of the good parts about Twitter. People giving their blog a bit of a shout out, and other people doing the same for those that have written them recently. There's a couple that I wanted to highlight that came out this week. How I Became an Atheist by Yusuf Sudan. Gamma Atheist was kind enough to put that up on his blog, so I'll have a link to that in the notes of this video, and as well by Canuck Lamy. I've said here, it can be hard to leave religion and hard to write about it. Here's one story well worth reading, and I'll have that link in the description as well to two blogs that came out this week that I highly recommend you go and have a look at. Okay, another great thing about Twitter is the laughs that we get. So I wanted to share a few things during the week that gave me a bit of a giggle. This one by Kit Kat Slomy, Purple Mouse. My 15-year-old is very disapproving of the language on atheist hangouts. I told her to fuck off and go to bed. That was very good. Adrian Briggs, just he rarely fails to deliver, this guy. So if you're not following him, definitely get on board. Give me a G, give me an O, give me a D. What have you got? No evidence. He comes out with these things day after day after day. So highly recommend you take a look at what he has to offer. So this next tweet is one that Chris James tweeted to God the Spell Checker, Godless Nat, and myself. It's a quote by Hannibal Buress. I don't like when people say, I pray for you. What? So basically you sit at home and do nothing. You do nothing while I struggle with a situation. Don't pray for me. Make me a sandwich or something. Yeah, it really got me to laugh, that one. I like that one a lot. And this one here from my mate up in Queensland, Jake Farwalton, Christianity, it's basically just worshipping a dead guy on a stick. Straight and to the point there. Nice work, Jake. This one here by Atheist Blobfish didn't make me laugh so much, not so much a funny tweet, but just an inspirational one, quite thoughtful. Imagine a world where hotel rooms were equipped with telescopes, not Bibles. That's a place I'd like to live. And then a picture of our universe there, a bunch of galaxies. There was a couple of replies about, maybe just still using the telescope to look at other people, but I think that's a really good tweet, and I tweeted one of my own that was inspired by that. And then tweet of the week, not really an atheist one, just one that I loved. Got a lot of love on Twitter as well, by Intuitive Gal 1. A ranger in Kenya sleeps beside baby orphan rhinos that he's protecting from poachers. What a wonderful man. And there's a photo of him there, and it's just fantastic. And you can see down the bottom of the pic there that's had quite a few retweets. So I suggest you go and have a look at that one yourself and maybe give it a retweet too, because I think it's a great tweet, great photo that should be seen. So there you go. That's my week on Twitter. Thank you for dropping by to have a look at it. Hopefully you got something out of it, and if I can be bothered, I might do it again next week. Cheers. Bye.